Julio Jones, who with Tennessee last year finished wide receiver 92, 31 receptions, 48 targets, 434 yards, one touchdown, just under 10% of the target share out there in Tennessee. Thoughts on Julio Jones?
I like Julio in best ball formats, right? As a wide receiver that you can get late. I think he's going to have a couple weeks where he pops, right? Like I think he is still a good route runner. I think Tom Brady will appreciate the way that he approaches the game of football, so that will get rewarded. On top of the fact that if he's going to be the third or fourth read in most passing concepts that they're throwing out there, the coverage that Julio's facing in reality should be the least amount of coverage he's ever seen in his career. Right?
Yes.
Like there's just so much firepower coming out. So I think that works well for Julio. I think Julio might actually kind of serve as some of the Gronk type role, right? Maybe he's in motion, maybe a little bit more in line, but that big bodied receiver who's quick, mismatch for linebackers and that type of thing. So not I get it. It's different positions between tight end and being in line and wide receiver, coming in motion type thing. But to try and get those mismatches, right? I could see Julio capitalizing on some of those situations where Brady would look for Gronk, and now he has a sure-handed Julio Jones running, a 6 yard in or a 6 yard out, something like that. So instead of going to Gronk, who's matched up on a linebacker, you get Julio matched up on a on the fourth corner in a dime package. Like you got to feel comfortable with that if you're Tampa Bay. So I am all that to say I am worried about drafting him in redrafts just because I think it's going to be a bit of boomer bust.
Right. And where he's coming off the board at wide receiver 58, 161 overall, like that puts him well into the 13th round as far as a redraft deal goes, which, it can be worth a shot there, right? I think you're right. I think he does have a couple of weeks where he pops here and there. It's always funny when you're playing in a lot of these leagues, right? And you have somebody with the name power that Julio has because he still has the name power. So if he comes out and he looks hot the first couple of weeks, right? Like you can the name power alone, you can move him for a good asset, down the road for the season